Been trying to reach you.
What's going on?
Hey, where am I?
Yeah.
I don't know. You're
Why
not
are you here? That's the better question.
Why am I here? Am I in the wrong room?
Are you?
I think
you
you're
are
in the wrong
room,
podcast.
and what have you done
Oh.
to Jim?
Oh man.
Yeah, where's Jim? Where's Jim?
Did you eat Jim? Russ, did you eat Jim? Look at me right now. Did you eat Jim?
I did not eat Jim.
All right. I kind of believe him.
So apparently Jim decided to take a cruise this week.
Sounds
Um,
what's crazy is that's not made up.
That's not made up.
That's
But apparently he decided to cruise into the eye of a storm.
What?
Yeah, why not?
So
Anybody
Him-
can go to like luxurious locations and like islands
Yeah.
and beaches. But
why would you want to do that? Another fun day at
Boring.
sea where they don't have, you don't stop anywhere. They have to like take the water out of the pools because you're sloshing too much.
Oh,
you can't go
yeah.
outside. No
It's just like
entertainment because everybody's like
trapped
stuck in the
in
room
room.
puking.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
sounds amazing.
Hmm.
We may not see him.
we
Like, I know we always say like we may not. Whenever one of us is gone, that we may not see him again. But who knows? We may not see him again.
It's
Lost
true.
at Sea.
Oh man.
Look for the Netflix special. It's going to be great.
Are you gonna write it?
Is it? Are
Yeah.
you-
I don't even
we'll
have
shoot
to.
it on
It's
an I8 camera.
writing itself right now. I don't
It's
need to write
writing
it.
itself.
Right now.
Uh-huh.
This is the introduction to it.
Yep. Keep an eye out.
So we got Russ here. Russ is filling in.
Russ. Hi,
I'm
Russ.
Russ.
It's Russ.
Toby's friend of me.
Everybody.
Yeah, friend of me.
Friend of me? I don't know. Are you guys? I feel like you guys are better than that.
Can we hug it out? Can we just hug it out?
Don't
Can we-
tell
can we
people.
hug it out?
No, I will not admit it. I will not admit it in
There, I'm giving you a hug, okay?
public scenarios. No, only behind the scenes will I tell Russ that. But beyond that,
Well, or when we're talking on the podcast and you guys will have your own conversation during the
yes,
podcast.
I love it when Russ.
We will.
I hate Russ. What about you?
Toby, you do anything fun this week? Anything exciting? It's
Uh,
fucking
I-
cold. It's
I
cold.
don't know.
That's what I
anything
don't like.
anymore. I don't know what I did 2 hours ago.
You
Well, I do
bowled
know.
really badly.
I bowled
Really badly.
and got beat
Much
bad.
like me.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
let's
bad, huh?
skip that. Russ,
Yeah.
you do anything this week? You make some chips? What have you been doing?
I made some brownies.
Tight.
Yeah.
Brownies are
They're
tight.
pretty good. They're pretty good. That was my highlight.
Baker.
There you go.
Russ Baker. He's like
Russ
the
is bake-
Keebler elves. Russ is a Keebler elf.
Hey,
That's fine.
okay. I take that.
Yeah. See what are you gonna do? That's a compliment.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I am
So
short.
Russ, Jim's not here, so you have to do his part.
Oh yeah. Come on.
Everybody, go ahead and like and subscribe.
Boop, boop.
Ring
Hit the
that bell.
I think there's a bell. Yeah, I don't know how this works.
I don't know either.
Um,
I didn't get trained.
well, it's fine.
That's on
You-
Robb.
There's
I don't
no
think.
there's no training. There is
Okay,
no
good job.
training.
Russ, you
so-
have like 800 podcasts. I think you should know how to do this.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
I mean,
You
there-
got me
that is a
there. You
thing.
got me there.
Just saying.
So,
All right,
You have a job now. Is that what you're gonna get to? Because
yep.
well,
It's your time
I
to
was just
work.
gonna say this is the Been Trying to Meet You podcast. We're live every Wednesday. We got new guests every week. If anybody's interested in becoming a guest, all you have to do is go to beentryingtosignup.com. And then
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can be a guest on the show. We love meeting new people, reconnecting with people, intertwining people, making fun of Russ. I mean, not Russ, someone else. And yeah. But
I mean, I make fun
ne-
of Russ when he's not here, so you can do that.
But
you
I'm
can
here.
do that.
Yeah.
Russ always, like, if you say his name 3 times, he pops up like Beetlejuice, is
Yeah.
what we found out.
That's
So,
why I'm here.
Now, I
That's
wish
why
I had
he's
known
here.
that before I
well,
was encouraging him.
live and learn.
Yep. I
But
know.
yes, Toby, you have a job now.
Hey,
we
I don't
have
know
a
why
guest.
this is my job. I don't enjoy this job. Do no research whatsoever. I don't deserve
Maybe-
this job.
Maybe you're really bad at it.
I mean,
But what I think
So-
the hope is that we'll be able to go through, a year of these and see how
Okay.
bad you got to see if you improved. Because
okay.
if not,
I
we're
think
going
I
to put
can
you on
improve this time.
yeah,
So
we're going to put you on a
usually I try
performance
not to-
improvement plan. A
I
PIP,
try not
if
to
you will.
rely on the brief introduction that I have prior to jumping online, right? So I do often meet these people for 2 seconds before we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This time I did note she has a name. I actually know a name. I think this might be the first time that I've had a name.
There you go. And it's a she. And it's a
It's a she. Right. It's not a dude. So it's a not a dude named April.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else you got?
I'm going to guess you've known her for 15 to 20 years.
I'm going to say.
Yeah. Okay. So I just pulled out. That was just a guess.
Why would you think that?
I just, I do see patterns.
Oh, okay.
I'm like Rain Man. I can recognize patterns.
All right.
It's nice. I've known April for, I want to say 16. 16 is what I'm going to go with. 16 or so.
All right. Let's bring her on.
I know nothing else. I do know she has a cool clock.
Oh.
And I believe we'll be able to see the clock.
In my opinion, a cool clock. I mean, that's sure not everybody's maybe thing, but to me, a cool clock. And that's it. That's all
can you tell time on a clock? Can you tell time on a clock if you
I can. You're the one that does it. I have my it's not on, but I have my Apple Watch set on actually old school.
I can do it, but it's just not. It takes me a good 8 seconds to figure it out every time. I don't know. It's just like
if it's an emergency, you're like time of death.
Like let's not. If I'm plus or minus 30 seconds, a tick clock ain't gonna work. I need digital. I need everything plugged in. Right. Anyway, we have a guest.
Moments.
All right. Well, nothing's critical in my life.
As long as I'm an hour or two in the realm.
Yeah. Plus or minus. Screw it.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get April here. We got April Childers. She is awesome. What's up, April?
April.
Up, hey.
And for those who can't see, there's a cool clock. Am I wrong?
No, yeah, I think it's cool. Maybe I can just. Yeah.
Is it a Mickey Mouse?
Yeah, it's like a Mickey Mouse watch.
Watch.
What?
It's like if you were a giant, you could wear
it.
Isn't that cool?
That is awesome.
And it's got like the buckle thing on the.
See?
Oh, it's like a wrestling.
If you
belt.
just want, you could just wear it on your like as a belt.
Yeah.
Or you could throw it over the shoulder like a wrestling belt. I'm into that. I got a wrestling belt right here.
I love it. That's a classic watch. I never had the Mickey watch. I did have a Snoopy watch.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, no, it's cool because it was actually Snoopy like on his little it was like when he would fight the Red Baron. So he was like one of the hands was like the house in the gear, and then the other hand was like the Red Baron essentially. Like he's sort of chasing or being chased. It was cool. It was a good watch.
That sounds like something I would be into.
Yeah. It was a good watch.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for all things like that for sure. I still have my Garfield phone here.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What? Okay, April just won best guest all time. I used to have.
We're gonna get.
She's gonna get it.
We're gonna get it.
This is.
I do have a Sports Illustrated shoe phone.
Okay.
Okay.
The one with the subscription.
You get the subscription and they'd send it to you. It's like a KED. It's like a KED. It's like a blue KED.
Oh, look at that.
That brings back memories. I had that. Wait, lift it. Watch this.
Oh, yeah.
So good. Now, April, is that yours? Like your personal one from like a kid, or did you have to like find it?
It's the one that I had when I was a baby.
Where's mine? Now I'm mad. I think my parents got rid of it, and I'm angry, April.
Oh, man.
It's Tyco, dude. It says Tyco. To know that.
That's pretty cool.
All right, that's cool. That's very cool. See, definitely between the watch or the clock and the phone, best guest of all time. I still don't know anything. I don't know anything else. That's all I need to know, April. But we can find out more.
Yeah, sure.
Where are you at right now, April? I don't even know where you live.
I'm in Strawberry Plains, Tennessee.
All right.
What?
Yeah. It's about 30 minutes northeast of Knoxville. You guys know Knoxville, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Russ is also in Tennessee. Russ is in Clarksville, where I'm from.
Oh, right on.
Outside of Nashville. So.
How far apart is that from each other? I have no gauge.
4 hours, maybe?
Yeah. Probably 4
Now,
hours.
if Russ had to get there,
It'd be
like
2 days.
16 days because he's walking.
Yeah.
He would just
Yeah.
hitchhike and walk. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, Russ,
so
are you
April-
slow, or do you not drive a vehicle?
I don't drive a vehicle.
Right on. I'm just slow.
Oh, you're good.
You're good.
So
You're good.
April and I met in grad school. So she's an artist. She's awesome. She does
All
some
right.
fucked up shit, which I'm all for.
Okay.
Not like fucked up shit to like society, but like fucked up shit with her art.
Yeah,
I hope that's okay to say, April. Like that's not a downplay whatsoever.
No,
that's like a
to me,
positive
that sounds
note.
like a solid.
Yeah.
So yeah, what have you been up to? I haven't seen you talk to you in what, 12, 13 years probably?
Yeah, actually, I know. That's why whenever I saw that you guys were doing this, and I felt kind of stupid because I feel like it had come up through like my Instagram feed or whatever before, and I had saw it, and it just didn't click in my head that it was you guys, you know?
Makes
And
sense.
then
Yeah.
that day or night that I had sent you guys the message, just being like, "Holy shit, man! What the hell?"
So you know Jim too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
R.I.P. I assume. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're just assuming
Just in case, all right.
Yeah, we want to be prepared. We don't want to be on the back end of this. We don't want to wake up tomorrow and people are like, Jim's
wanna be
dead.
prepared.
And you guys just
assume
went
that-
on with the podcast.
And then if it's good news later that he's still around, then I'll be happy.
Well, you guys, somebody should go ahead and get like the show rights to
I know, I'm telling you, Lost at Sea. This is gonna be good.
Yeah,
Olivia, his
comedy.
wife just hopped on the Instagram, so she's probably hearing this.
Oh dear.
And I think
She
Toby,
already
you may have just spoiled that her husband could be dead in the future. Like
I'm just
12
saying
hours.
he might be lost at sea. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's even alien abduction. I don't know. He could be fine.
It's a metaphor. It could totally be a metaphor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. So April, I know you were in Brooklyn at one time.
Yes.
How'd you get back to Tennessee? And you're from the area, right? That's where you're from, right? Or-
Yeah, dude. This is like fast forward just for a moment to where I am right now. This is a house that I kind of halfway grew up in, and it sat empty since I was about 5 until about 3 years ago.
Whoa.
Oh shit.
Yeah, hence,
Wow.
like the curtains and everything. It's kind of a little bit of I keep saying it's a little bit of like a time capsule, you know.
Weird.
We got the semi-shag carpet is still here. There's carpet in the bathrooms. There's carpet in the kitchen.
Oh yeah, carpeted bathrooms.
What?
Classic. That was a great idea. I don't know where that came from, but just a mildew heaven.
Yeah, yeah. My dad, I always say he kind of kept it like as a bachelor pad to like come and hang out on the weekends.
Sweet.
And that's probably being pretty generous with.
You're like making it sound more glamorous than it was.
Yeah.
It was really him just like eating cereal over the sink in his underwear.
Yeah.
It was really
Toby's like
crying a little bit.
Probably really what the deal was, and Jack and Coke, you know.
Yeah, my future. You're just.
That's me now, actually.
Yeah. Okay. Good for you.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm like,
fuck yeah. Living the dream.
Yep.
Full circle.
Absolutely.
but I was in.
I do want to. Oh, go ahead.
You go.
I just wanted to point out that if the words bachelor pad and bathroom carpet are ever mentioned together, don't walk on that carpet. Don't walk on that
That's
carpet.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I can speak for all men. When there is not a woman present, you're just, you know what? I can pee from 7 feet away.
Yeah.
I think.
Close enough.
And you're all over the place, so I would not trust those carpets.
Yeah. At least wear
Just a word to the wise. Yeah, like that's where shower shoes were really invented. They weren't for like dorm showers or camp showers. It was for shag carpeting.
All right.
In the bathroom. All right, April, sorry to cut you off.
No, you're totally fine. I'll have to show you pictures or send you guys pictures or whatever. But the house is amazing. It's awesome. I mean, it's like my dad and my grandpa built this place.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and like I said, nobody's like has been living in it. It's kind of become like a storage place for like family stuff. You know, if you don't know what to do with it, go put it in the house in Strawberry Plains, But I think my dad has held on to it for this long, or did hold on to it for this long. He's still alive. He's not dead. That may
Okay. I was about to ask.
Okay.
I was just unsure.
He's still living. Held on to it for that long. Him and my grandpa built this house, and I think it's like a lot of sentimental stuff.
Can't get rid of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and so it came to the point to where I was in North Carolina, and I was pretty sure that they were going to sell it. They're just like, or he was, kind of like, this is it. I'm just going to sell this place. This is ridiculous. After 25, 30 years, right? Come to this conclusion now. And I was like, what? No. I'm coming back. I was knowing that I could never own a house. Right? I could never buy a house. Can barely afford rent.
Yeah.
So I kind of, came back and grabbed a hold of it. And been trying to, like, I say renovate. It's more like, we got a new roof put on. We rebuilt the deck that had been demolished like years ago. Stuff like that,
I mean, I like the idea that it's a time capsule, and especially it's like a family historical time capsule too. So like, there's a lot of meaning in there. My folks just sold their house, their like house, like 6-7 years ago at this point. I don't even know. COVID really fucked me up. I don't know time anymore. But what?
Same, absolutely. I never did before, but it's a lot worse now.
Yeah. Yeah, but my folks sold their house, and then like a couple weeks ago, I was just like, holy shit, I can never go back there. Like that just hit me. I haven't lived there in, 20 years almost, but it was always somewhere I could go back to, even though I didn't. I hadn't been back to Tennessee in I don't know how many years, at least that I stayed there. And now it just really hit me like, oh, that's no longer a possibility. So that's awesome that's your spot, and that's very kind of cool that you came back to your hometown. How long had you been gone?
It's really crazy. I mean, I've been in and out of therapy my whole life. Pro therapy person, like, go for it, everybody. But I'm definitely in therapy now. My mom lives like literally 1 mile away. And my dad lives in Chattanooga, about 2 hours south, and they're both in their 80s. I'm kind of like the one that will, hang out with them.
Do you have brothers and sisters at all? Or are you only child?
I have a half brother who lives just north of Atlanta in Woodstock.
I do know the Woodstock.
Speaking of Snoopy,
Georgia.
Right.
That's farther up from Stone Mountain, right? Am I geographically incorrect? Probably. I don't know. I feel like Woodstock, Georgia, and Stone Mountain, Georgia, are very similar. Maybe I just see them on a map.
I don't know. I know that Woodstock used to be like really, like country, rural, and now it's completely opposite.
There's not that many rural country places anymore that you remember from when you were a kid. I mean, they're still there, but they're like new places. I feel like I don't know. Everything seems to be changing.
It's still, fuck yeah. I mean, this place is still pretty, you gotta work to go to the grocery store,
Okay.
But of course.
But you're what, a half hour from Knoxville? Is that what you said?
Yeah, you can be like in the middle of downtown in like 30, 35 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You live in a suburb is all you live in.
Yeah,
it's not like a sticks.
Yeah, seriously.
I will say it feels really weird because I would understand that, but like this place is like surrounded by suburbs. You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of like the farm things are here.
Do you have
that's cool.
Do you have some property? Do you have any animals or anything?
No animals. I have a 3-legged cat.
Yeah, all right.
I keep waiting to
That's still like
interrupt.
Too many legs.
Yeah, no, I don't have any animals. There is a little bit of land here for some, but I can't take it on,
Do you have what do you do? Do you have a job?
I do. And yeah, when I moved back, to Tennessee, the job prospects are pretty slim, even compared to like North Carolina, Chapel Hill, Raleigh, Durham, Triangle area.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, and I was working in like TV production there, which was what I grabbed a hold on and could do, and that was pretty difficult to get a hold of. But I was doing that for a while, getting paid garbage. With you guys, but when I came back here, I kind of did not know what I was going to do, and I started teaching, and I've been avoiding teaching my whole life. Yeah. Yeah, so I started teaching at UT Chattanooga University of Tennessee, and then at a couple of community colleges.
All right. Yep. So doing the teaching thing, teaching what, art classes?
Yeah, mostly. I don't know. I've taught like art history surveys.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Classes, drawing, video.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I teach this class that I came up with at UT called horror and visual culture and art, which is pretty cool. So
that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it does.
So it's all like special effects, and we watch a lot of horror movies and read a lot of like theory and stuff. It gets really get everybody really excited, then just bury them in that stuff, which is but I try
you gotta lure them in, right?
I try
like, and we're gonna read theory, and they're like, oh, curses.
Yes. Last semester
we're also watching slasher movies at the same time.
Exactly.
What kind of flicks are you watching in there?
Last semester was the first semester that I did the class.
Okay.
I tried. It's so obviously you guys can imagine there's so much stuff, like information. Like I tried to condense it down, and it's just kind of impossible. So I'm kind of using this next semester as like a part 2 to that class.
Yeah. There's a learning curve to teaching, right? When first time you teach a class, you're figuring out a lot of things that you can apply next time around and so on. That's cool. You had it though. You basically led that class up into Halloween. Am I right?
Last semester? I'm sorry, semester before last. No, that's also what's really weird is that.
Okay, I thought maybe it sort of had Halloween in there, which would be cool.
They won't schedule it for fall. They like it to happen in the spring, which is strange.
I mean, that's fine.
I don't know.
Make it seasonal. Come on, people.
April, we have a question from online. Do you have a favorite horror movie? Frankie Fiesta, Russ's buddy Frankie asked that question on Instagram.
I always say that I don't have like favorites of anything, right? Because everything's always like changing.
Changing.
Whatever, but Nightmare on Elm Street, first one.
All right.
Yeah.
If I had to say
it, Rob.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I just disclosed this the other day. I saw my first Nightmare on Elm Street.
Any Nightmare on Elm Street movie? Just
I saw it a couple weeks ago or a couple months ago. I saw the new Nightmare, so I haven't even seen the first Nightmare on Elm Street. I've only seen the new Nightmare, which I will say, Toby, if you're looking to get into that, that's the one to start with.
Right.
If you from our vantage point of being like knowing who Freddy Krueger is. And,
right. You have like the general knowledge. Yeah,
you know who he is. You understand, but you just don't know. And that one's pretty good. Last week we had Dominic Smith, an artist and filmmaker. And I don't know if you ever saw, what was that, about 10 years ago at this point? There was this YouTube, all these trailers for a new Freddy Krueger movie with Black Freddy Krueger, basically, is how people identify it. You should go look up, or I can send you a link. But he did these trailers, and he woke up to 1,000 YouTube comments a day. Everybody thought it was real. Russ saw it, didn't know anything about this, and like he said, Russ is like, I watched all these. Like, so
wait, what would I look up?
What were they? What
would I look up? Like how
Dominic? You could probably just go Dominic Smith. Nightmare on Elm Street, and you would find it. I don't think it's going to be very hard.
Okay, cool.
I've always been a weenie when it comes to horror films. But I am getting into them. Like, so right now, Halloween's like my favorite, the original Halloween. Like, I love that movie.
Yeah.
Do you know? I've only seen Halloween H2O.
Oh,
see, is that the LL Cool J one?
Pretty dope, Rob.
Yeah.
And the reason I saw that is I worked at the movie theater. It's when I was working in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, and somebody had to watch it. Like, if you built it up, somebody's got to watch it before they show it the next day. So I watched it. And I was entertained. I knew who Jason was. I knew that he killed people. That's about it.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
Well, you know, I assume that's common knowledge at this point.
I was surprised how much I liked the newest one, the one that came out. Oh my God, how like 3 or 4 years ago now, maybe.
Wasn't it like a reboot? Like,
was that the one that also had what's her name? Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
I kind of want to watch that one because I think that's cool. They wandered around. Okay, I'll check it out.
I think a lot of people did not like it at all. But
I'll check it out.
People bitch about everything, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
I like the Saw horror franchise. Like, I really got into that.
Because of the torture, or what do you like about it?
Yeah,
I like the cleverness behind it.
Is it the torturing? Is it the kidnapping? What?
It's that it all
constructed.
Yeah, I mean, I do like the way, like, it's shot really well. It's like shot like a grunge video, like at least the first few. But for me, the idea of like being able to, like, you did some fucked up shit. I caught you. Here's what's up. You can die, or you can do some fucked up shit to yourself to get out of it. Like, I really thought, I was like, oh, he's got a morality clause that I'm okay with.
Is he like Dexter?
Yeah.
He's like a serial killer with a heart of gold. Is that?
No. I mean, okay. You know, he's fucked up.
Sure.
But I did go to, like, they had a haunted house at Universal Studios a few years ago. And it was the Saw haunted house. And for me, that was amazing because I went through it by myself. So if you ever go to haunted houses and you are there when it's not busy, it's one of the greatest things ever. Also, you know, like performance art, like Maria Abramovich, when she did her thing at the MoMA, I happened to go the first day, and it was like a member preview. Like, it was an unannounced member preview. They were just running it. And so I got to go experience it with me and Chris Johnson. We're like the only two people in the whole thing.
No.
And yeah. So not, you know, she was standing out doing the like staring. We didn't do that part. Like, there was maybe a line of like 20 people to do the staring, but it was a retrospective of all her work, and it had actors or you know,
like
I guess you call them actors.
The performances.
Yeah, and so, you know, there's the girl who's crucified, and basically she's on a bike seat, and she's completely nude. I went and saw that, and I'm like staring, and I see like she's having a hard time like holding on because she's like doing this, like she's like shaking. And the emotion that comes over you're like, oh my God, this lady's about to fucking pass out, and I'm the only one here to witness it. Now, 2 weeks later, I went back with like my grad seminar class. So there's like, you know, 10 of us that all flew up there, but it was open to the public. And so you barely could, like, it was like shoulder to shoulder and like that. I didn't give a shit about any of that work. Any of it lost all meaning just because it was like a meat market at that point. Yeah. But same thing with the Saw haunted house. I highly recommend if you can get some alone time.
Yeah. You never make those connections normally. Saw haunted house and Marina Abramovic.
I like to talk about how you can if you experience stuff with people, sometimes it ruins it, and sometimes if it's just you, like your, you know, emotions all there. What's the other haunted house? There's a haunted house. Oh, it's the movie. If you've ever seen The Strangers, you guys seen The Strangers?
A little while ago, but it's yeah.
That's the movie that's fucked me up the most.
The break-in, Yeah,
they break in and like do some fucking torture shit, and then the girl, Liv Tyler, at the end's like, "Why are you doing this?" She's like, "Because you were home," and I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm always home."
Yeah, Rob's like, "I'm always home. I'm such a victim."
I know, but then at Universal, they had all these like scenes from different movies, basically, and they had. Like the scene of the living room, and they just had 3 people wearing those fucking like masks. They didn't say a word. They didn't even like really move. They just kind of slowly walked around, and it's a smoke alarm going off, and they're staring at you, and they like have knives. I didn't piss myself, but had I had like a 2-liter of Dr. Pepper before, totally would have. Like it was scary. And then you go through that house, and then you're somehow in like a meat factory, like a pork factory, I think, and it smells like bacon, but then there's like chainsaw sounds. So you really go through it. When they combine these little rooms, you really go through it. But you know, some of them you go through the whole movie. Like the Saw thing was the whole movie. But I like fake experiences too. So you don't know if you could do it?
I don't know if I could do it, and I you know, I'm all like, I'm so excited and pumped to go, like, into this haunted house, or I would love to do this. And I know, like, when the time comes, I will just be like grabbing on to everything and everybody that I could.
Yes, April, that's right. You know, I'll punch somebody. That's why I don't.
That's what I fear, and then
I'm going to for other people's safety. I'm not going for other people's safety. That's why I don't go.
This is the problem. I don't get to go to haunted houses because nobody will go. Everybody I know is like, you don't want to see me around.
Russ, do you go to haunted houses?
Sure. I haven't.
Robb,
I haven't been to one.
Never been.
Rob's home. I mean, Russ's home is essentially just a haunted house.
That's you're right. You're right. Yeah.
He puts
out April's the one that lives out in nowhere. So April painting a picture of her house that sounds a little frightening.
It's horrifying and like on all levels.
But she doesn't need to go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is kind of fucked up though, because this place, I mean, because it has been, we're just going to broadcast this, right? Yeah. It had been empty for so long, for so many years, that it's been broken into like 6 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so to come back and like stay here, I want to make it known that like somebody is.
Yeah, you're like, hey, someone's here now.
I can like try to do some shit because I'll freak out.
Yeah. I bet you can go to Etsy and get a occupied hotel, like occupied sign, neon sign, no vacancy sign for like $40. Just put it in the window. People will know. You just let them know.
Yeah. No, you guys were talking about haunted houses. McCamey Manor. Have you guys seen this or heard of this? No. I forget even where it's at. There's a I call it a documentary, but it's a real thing, or was a real thing. This guy created this haunted house that was pretty much just torturing people.
I was just about to ask about that one.
Yeah,
that's messed up.
So like,
wait, hold on. He's torturing. Hold on. You pay money to get tortured?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you know that's happening to you?
He builds it as a haunted house,
right?
You know? And then so it happens during the Halloween season and stuff. Right. You could pay cash, or you can give him dog food.
Yeah.
What? For admittance. Yeah, it's
you got to sign a waiver.
Yeah.
But then he does stuff that you maybe weren't even prepared to get.
Yeah.
So it's basically. It's kind of genius.
What I thought.
Into an
has anybody like looked at the waiver?
I'm sure you can find it online.
Yeah,
I know, but I just feel that like that's just bad news. Like I don't care how much someone signs away their rights. That just it doesn't feel like it's based on the information that I've been presented with.
Yes,
it doesn't feel like it's up to code or.
Obviously not, Rob, but that's the genius of it. Okay, I think you're taking away from this genius.
It's all homemade.
But what's that say about the people that go there?
Yeah.
What's that say about the people that go there? They're pretty messed
up. But do they really know? Do they think, oh, this is just a fun experience? And then no, it's actually they're living a whole
movie.
They're actually stuck in the horror movie.
Right.
At that point.
Right.
How do you even know until like you go through that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're like, That's why this is so genius, because you just get your victims to easily come, sign away their lives, and just participate up to the point where they're like, oh, this is real.
So,
and then it's too late.
Convenient. So, thinking about haunted houses, look, most of the haunted houses, besides like Universal and all those, like now they have corporate ones, you know, but that they set up and travel, and like there's like the 13th floor is in Denver, but I've also seen it in like 7 other states, and it's the exact same marketing,
world famous.
Yeah. So
according to the billboard.
But back in the day, if you went to a haunted house, like the one in our hometown is thrown by the bikers who care. Like it's a bike, a bike club.
Yes.
But for Halloween, they call it the bikers who scare.
Oh.
But
Clever.
but like I don't know what regulations they're going through. I'm sure they probably are getting, you know, permits and stuff. But it's just shitty advertising. Like those things like pop up.
Or is it like?
No, I mean it's like a respectable biker club. Like it's an organization. It's not like it's not like the 1%ers or anything like that. But it feels like that's the type of maneuver, like creating your own fucked up haunted house that you can get away with, because that shit's open for 6 weeks tops.
Yeah.
You know how much paperwork someone's got to do to shut that down? Like,
yeah,
I think we should start a haunted house next year.
It seems like a good idea.
But we're not going to like do physical torture. It's all going to be mental torture.
Okay. And we can make money, right? Can we make money?
Yeah. I mean, we're charging actual money. Right. We're not asking for dog food.
Well, I mean, dog food does get pricey, so I might take some dog food. April, cat food. Russ, do you have any pets? What foods will you take? Russ will eat dog food, but besides that,
hey, when you're hungry, man.
Yeah, you know. Would you have a pet, Russ?
Yeah, the 3-legged cat. He was just in here a second ago.
I don't have any pets.
Russ, you need.
What's your 3-legged cat's name, April?
Dario.
Dario?
He came with that name, yeah, like from Dario Argento.
I'm not familiar.
The Spanish, or I'm sorry, Italian.
Is it conquistador? Because I just really wanted to use the word conquistador this week.
No, it's not a
conquistador. Unlocked that word out of my vocab.
He's been holding on to that for 8 months. Just now he thought maybe it was the right time.
Yes, conquistador.
Who is Dario? What? Dario what?
Argento.
Italian?
Argento.
Mm-hmm.
What are they? Italian what?
Horror filmmaker.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Now it's all coming together.
Yeah, I know.
And the cat has 3 legs. The cat was in Saw's. You bastard, Rob.
This is my fault now. No.
That cat.
I mean, I don't know. Did the cat do some fucked up? Yeah, he probably did some fucked up shit.
Well, it's a cat. We expect that. It's in their nature. We don't need to torture them back. So it had to go off its own arm to get free. Okay, great.
The kitty cafe, right, is where I got him, and they just said that somebody had brought him into the vet with another litter mate, and the litter mate had the opposite leg missing, and the guy just threw him over and just said here and left.
Wow.
Whoa. Was he hoping that somebody would just duct tape them together to make a full?
Here's 2 3-legged cats. Don't ask any questions.
I gotta go. Yeah.
Wow. That guy needs to be looked at.
Yeah, so that's the most concerning thing.
Yeah,
is that this dude has two cats, 3-legged cats.
Yeah, that ain't
now,
right.
Is it clear that it was like a home amputation or?
Yeah. Do we know what happened?
I don't know. I think just 2 legs were mangled, and they had to amputate each of their legs, and then
were they like in a fist fighting accident or like a
arm wrestling?
Arm wrestling.
Yeah.
Kitty arm wrestling accident.
Over the top.
What did you say? What is it when you put your legs together?
Oh yeah. What is that called?
leg wrestling, right?
Leg wrestling?
I thought there was another name for it, but yeah.
I almost said
what leg is missing on your cat? A back leg?
The back right.
Wow. All right. Nah, you don't need that. That's like
career passenger side. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need
Does your cat have a tail? Is he a cat with a tail?
Yeah, he's got a tail.
You know what? If he really gets concerned, he can just throw that tail down and people will think, oh, it's a tailless cat with 4 legs. That's what they would think.
Oh, that's true. You could like disguise.
You know,
yeah,
exactly. If he wants, like, I'm not trying to get into his business, but if he's a little self-conscious, he's got some camouflage built in.
Yeah,
just saying.
He's all right. I don't even think he knows, you know.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, he doesn't. He's just like, whatever. This is what I got.
I make fun of him all the time, but he doesn't seem to get it. You know?
Yeah, you're like, just looks at you like, okay, is it dinner time yet? Are you done?
I know. Give me that Friskies.
Yeah.
So
how long have you been back there, April? Oh, sorry.
No, it's been 3 years. I want to say. Okay. I was in North Carolina before that, in New York before that. And in the middle, I was splitting time between North Carolina and New York.
Wow. But how was New York? Did you like New York? Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I did.
What was the parts you liked about it? What was your favorite?
I don't know. There's freedom, you know what I mean? And it's kind of hard to like pinpoint it.
Yeah.
It's there's just a different sense of freedom.
Yeah.
In a way.
Anything goes.
A lot of way.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know. Yeah, and you're always involved in the community that you would like to be in, whether you try to do it on purpose or not. That's you know.
Yeah.
There's so much of there's so many different, like you said, community, but like just groups of people. You can find your group just by walking out in the world, like in New York. That's the place, the number one place that like you should not be lonely in New York, because if you're into some fucked up D&D, you know, anime shit, guess what? They have a fucking meeting 2 doors down every week that you can go to.
Right.
And I'm not talking shit about D&D. I'm just saying, like, that is the spot that if you have a weird, obscure thing, there's 1,000 other people in your neighborhood that are into it. Like, it's how I feel. Like, you just gravitate towards the weirdness up there.
Yeah, and there's so many neighborhoods within neighborhoods within.
Yeah, right.
So, like, yeah.
What's the sketchiest place that you ever went to in New York? Because I feel you went to some fucking sketchy places. I know you. She went to the sketchy places.
I don't know what sketchy is, so I don't know. Maybe that's what's more weird. Or I hate that word weird too. I don't know what's sketchy.
So did you ever like find yourself in a situation?
I had friends. I'm sorry.
Talk. Everybody hears me talk. We're here to hear you talk. I just don't shut up.
I had or have friends that would go to sex clubs.
Okay.
Which I never went to any, which I kind of regret.
You happen to miss out because guess what? Tampa's the fucking sex club capital of the world when we were there.
Yeah.
Like I had no idea.
Oh, porn was like kind of invented in Tampa almost, wasn't it?
It's like swinger capital. It's most strip clubs per capita. Like it's all in Tampa. And I mean, I kind of avoided it because I was in grad school and married and didn't have an interest in any of that. Like I, was trying to get my life together. By the way, fun fact, still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
So did you never went though?
Clubs are sketchy or anything like that. That was definitely like a thing that I don't know. Maybe I just never got involved in,
right?
Or like sought out, or even maybe accidentally stumbled into. That's a weird way to put it.
So I'm naive enough. What happens at a sex club? Sex
depends on
in the club.
In the club. Is that it, Russ? That's it? It's all, there's no mystery here?
That's it. That's all there is. Yeah.
Right.
From my understanding, it's there's the like exhibition situation where you can watch people have sex.
Okay.
There's also the situation where you're there to watch and then you hook up and then you go over somewhere. At least these are the things I heard about in Tampa.
Sure. This all makes sense.
Like dungeons, like if you're like into S&M, the further you go down, the weirder shit got. You know, and I, again, never been in this. This is all explanations from grad school friends. Like we have, like April knows a lot of the same people who would go to these places and do some fucked up shit or watch some fucked up shit. But
do you just show up? Is it like a cover charge? How does it work?
Yeah, no, so at the one place I'm thinking of, and I don't think it's there anymore. I think it was called the Castle. Did you ever go to the Castle, April?
That sounds right. There's definitely a place called the Castle. That's.
I didn't know that there were areas in the castle that provided such things.
Whoa. Yeah, they have a dungeon, is what I've been told. Again, never went. Trust the people.
You know a lot about the place, Rob.
Has a dungeon, right?
You know, I'll call out Shane. My buddy Shane, man, he always would fucking go, and that's the motherfucker who texted me or called me. He's like, I'm stuck I woke up in a porta potty in Ybor City. I'm like, oh man, do you need a ride? He's like, maybe. And then like he didn't call me back for like 2 days. I was like, oh man, Shane's fucking dead.
He was in there for 2 days.
Not in the porta potty. No, he like just like walked around, fucking grabbed a chicken. So like Ybor City used to have all these fucking chickens just walking around.
Are there still chickens?
No, I think they've been migrated out. Because like the realtor, when we were in Florida this week, the realtor is telling us, he's like, yeah, Ybor City's way different from one you guys remember. Like it's just like the clubs are not. It's not as like sketchy. It's more family friendly. And they still have the nightclubs and stuff, but it's not like the Castle where I was told there's like multiple floors. So it's like dance club and then like industrial dance club. But then if you go down, it's like, oh, people are doing some weird shit, but then you have to go down further, but you pay a cover charge to get in. But then there's apparently another cover charge to get in further, but you have to have someone vouch for you.
Whoa.
Like it's not like everyone can go. Yeah, you got to be like, you know, tapped on the shoulder, like come with me. Okay. And if some giant dude says come with me, I say I'm good, man. Cool.
I will say during one of the classes that I was teaching, one semester, it was like a art history survey class, and we were talking about the Gothic period. I would show videos of the castle in Tampa.
Oh, nice.
This place looks cool.
Kids, you know, that would like hang out there, just as
Russ. Don't be breaking rules.
Comparison to like
I wasn't doing anything
and stuff, but yeah, dude, the castle, I think is still open, right? I think the facade is different on the outside now, maybe. Right?
I haven't been to Ybor.
Where's this place?
It's Tampa. It's like downtown Tampa. It's historic Ybor City where they used to make all the cigars. And it became like, you know, what's here where they have all the fucking dance clubs and shit. You know what I'm talking about, Toby? I mean, you're old and shit, so you probably don't. Yeah, like there's the church and there's all those other places. Okay. There's like a little area.
Yeah.
Like so there's something that like had the letter B in it, I think. I don't know.
April, you would show videos of the castle because it related to the Gothic age, because there was a lot of like it just had that era sense to it.
Yeah, and just trying to like keep them. It was a very brief part of class.
Yeah. I get. Trust me. That's why like all the tricks, whatever you can do to keep them engaged and interested. Yes, I get it.
The attire and the architecture and
okay,
you know.
But you didn't know apparently that there were dungeons and more things happening below surface.
I had heard of dungeons, but I didn't know that they went down so deep.
Okay.
I didn't know you had to like.
Doesn't know. He doesn't. Don't listen.
I've never been, so I'm
Florida.
just here. I'm hearing. So here's the thing. I know of 2 basements in Florida.
Okay, so you're claiming the castle has like 8 feet or 8 floors below it. Come on.
It could be a facade. You could be thinking that you're going on the 1st floor, but you're actually on the 3rd floor. Like,
all right, maybe
they pulled the Disney model.
Oh,
they could have.
So you never know. They may have just built it up.
If some kind of shit goes down and I'm in Tampa, I think I would go to the castle.
Go to the castle.
And just keep going down.
If you're in Tampa and you need like a bomb shelter, go to USF, go to the electronic music studio SciComm. I don't know if you ever went in there. It is the quietest place in all of Florida. They like literally did sound tests. I guess there's like they do sound tests and then they put you on like a list and then you can like rank them, and it was like the quietest place in Florida, and it's an amazing venue for me, like in grad school. So,
but USF has nuclear fallout shelters there still, right?
Oh, do they? Maybe. I mean, I assume everywhere does. We got them all over the place in fucking Colorado.
Really?
Yeah, because this was like where they were. Like it's far enough in that if like California and then the East Coast disappeared, this is where they would take all the nuclear missiles and blow them out of mountains and silos and weird shit in Kansas and all those places. Like, I think Kansas is where they probably had all the nuclear stuff, but they controlled it from Colorado. Maybe, I don't know. I'm making shit up. I've seen a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Wow. Have you guys watched Fallout?
What'd you say?
No, I didn't actually watch
the show Fallout, like from the video game.
Yeah,
no.
I played.
Is
Fallout.
It good?
Really?
I like the game.
Yeah, it's good. It's
Okay.
good.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should watch it because I really did actually enjoy it. I played several of those games.
I feel like I played Fallout 3 at one time.
Yeah, they're good.
That like came out when I bought like a PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4, and I was like, that was like the game, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna play this, and I played it for a day and a half, and then much like all my video game conquests since 1989, it's been I'll get really invested for like 2 days, and then like life happens
and not finish it. Yep.
Yeah. Whatever. I guess that's part of being an adult.
I guess.
Stupid.
So
April,
back to New York. I want to know what was the craziest thing you saw on the subway?
Oh, the subway.
Subway has so many good stories.
I don't know, you guys. I feel so bad because I don't have an immediate thing to pull out for that.
April, what that tells me is that you were the fucked up person.
Yeah, I was going to say somebody else is telling a story about you somewhere right now.
Mm-hmm. Remember this fucking girl?
Yeah, there's this girl. You won't believe it. Hold on. I've seen a lot, but hold on a second. Wait till you
I feel like subway related wild things are all like kind of dark.
Yeah, let's hear it.
That's what I assumed.
I used to work for and again this is not not in the subway car itself, but subway related things. I used to work in Long Island City for this artist. And I got out of the train, the underground train.
Was it the 7 train?
Let's see. It was G train.
Oh, okay.
L to the G, pop up out of just on the other side of the bridge into Long Island City, right there, right next to PS1.
Mm-hmm.
And then walk like a block and a half or two. And there's like everybody's running around underneath the above ground track, and somebody had thrown themselves in front of the train. They just fucking disintegrated.
No.
And so it's chunks of a person all over the street underneath, and
wow.
And there's stuff dripping from the track above and everything.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
How did that affect you? You said you're pro therapy. What did your therapist charge twice as much that week? Like,
I don't know. I don't know if it did.
Okay.
Or maybe I don't know. It just hasn't like registered yet or whatever.
Well,
but
that's intense though. That's very intense.
there's like 3 or 4 instances similar to that.
Dang.
But there's just you just go. I mean,
yeah.
It sounds very cold.
I know, but like
that's also the culture in New York. Like,
you just keep
oh
moving.
man, that's fucked up. I'm really sorry you died, but if I miss this train, I'm late for work.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to miss dinner, and I can't cook it at home because I use my oven as a storage closet.
That is nice.
My cat sleeps in the oven.
Yeah. See, that's
Room
nice.
for a cat bed. He has to sleep in the oven.
I love
So,
it.
April, what's your artwork like? Rob had a nice description.
Lately, I guess, what's the word?
What did I say, Toby?
Fucked up shit, I think. Something like that.
Yeah, fucked up shit. I mean,
so April,
that's not a negative. It was just
I know.
really into fucked up shit.
Like, what are some themes? Like, it sounds like you use video. Do you use video? What are your media?
I have worked in video in the past, not in a long time, but I feel like I'm always doing it in my brain anyway. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Rob, you tell me. I'm thinking back to grad school, and I think about that work like a lot. And what that was, I still can't articulate it.
Yeah.
I like a lot.
That's why we make it. That's why we make the work.
Yeah, but it's still like feeding a lot of other stuff that I do now, but the material is like way different. It's become the work since then has become more of like you're talking about like false realities or fake realities, not false realities like augmented realities or AI or anything like that, or but false realities like stage and prop and things like that.
Yes. Okay, I'm way into this.
I always called that simulated reality.
Yeah,
and now you can't use that word because everybody goes to AI.
Yeah,
and
you're right.
Like that was, my grad school.
Yeah.
Like I was writing a bunch. We had to write. Who thought art school would have a lot of writing? Stupid. Over that shit.
I hated it. Now I love it.
Yeah, good. So are you writing too? Do you keep writing?
Yeah, I write. I write more now than I ever have. I don't necessarily show it to you.
But say, do you publish the work or
right.
do you post it or?
No,
just
the
for
longest
you?
time, yeah, just me. For the longest time, I was doing writing, and that writing was becoming exhibitions that I was curating, and then that writing would get condensed down like as what would be inserted as a curatorial statement for the exhibition.
Oh, nice.
But in no way like maybe the traditional understanding of what a curatorial statement would have been or would be,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope like in the next, not that I've ever in my fucking life ever had like a plan for beyond 3 days. Right?
Tomorrow? Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to figure that shit out. I'm like, oh, that's how normal people operate. Their minds work like that. Because people ask me all the time, like, what's your 5-year plan? I'm like, I can't give you a 5-day plan.
Yeah, no way, never. And if I did, it would just be a lie. And then I would feel bad about that. And whatever. But yeah, like I've always liked to think that I reside in the thought of, like age, whatever. But like I'm 45 now, right? And so I hope like within the next 5 years that I can, and I'm slowly doing it now, but it's nowhere near ready. Get enough things together to where, something could be published somehow, self or whatever. There's too much,
Yeah.
That's awesome. You should definitely do that though. I mean, you're a smart person, you'll figure it out, but like the older you get, the more you hide that shit in, the worse it like you're like, oh, people are like, I don't know. For me, it's like people ask about interest and I'm like, yeah, I do this and do this. They're like, oh, can I see it? I'm like, I mean, I guess I just haven't put it anywhere. And now I'm just like collecting. I've got all these collections of projects and things. And I'm just like, why have I been sitting on this shit? Like, it doesn't matter.
That's me. That's been me for the past, well, I don't know. My God, I guess maybe for the past 10 years. Like I was like, oh, fuck it. Like I don't want to do a website. I don't want to do a website.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to rely on Instagram. And then that kind of went away for me in a lot of ways because it just became less important,
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Because likes are not really that important when you boil it down.
Yeah.
And Instagram's depressing.
Yes.
When I'm on there.
1,000,000%. So I just stopped documenting stuff and stopped sharing stuff, and like somebody saw it in person or I was in conversation with somebody about whatever, So, yeah, there's a lot that I feel like I would like to to put out.
So you're telling me I can't follow you on, even though I say Instagram depresses me. I can't follow you on Instagram.
Yes, of course.
I want to see what you're doing. Can I follow? Do you have an Instagram account?
I do.
And she's got the coolest Instagram account name.
What is it? What is it?
At April is dead. April is dead.
All right. I'm going to totally follow that. At April is dead.
Yep. Or a.
Not like AT, but like the at symbol.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a granny.
It's not like at the drive-in.
I know. Okay.
Just letting you know, Toby.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for clarifying, Rob.
That's funny that reminds me that that handle comes from a Gmail account that I've had forever that Alan Hampton suggested for me at April.
Alan, who was on the show, I don't know, a couple months ago, I think. I mean, everything's a couple months ago in my mind, but
yeah,
that's how you saw that he was on, right? And you hit us up, right? Is that?
I forget who I listened to, and then I was like, "Oh shit, Alan has an episode," and I was like, "Oh my god, yeah." So then I listened to that as well, and then a couple.
Yeah, I mean, you should listen to them all because they're all amazing, but especially the ones without Toby. But whatever. Toby adds value.
Yeah.
Thank you, Russ. As much as I didn't believe it, I appreciate you saying yeah.
Oh man, Russ has blonde hair.
Russ is going full Tiger King.
A Muppet.
Russ, show the Tiger King. Let's see the Tiger King, Russ. Do it, Russ. Give us the full Tiger King.
Just it's a dead animal.
Yeah.
Died. I mean, he looks
Joe Exotic. It's not very Joe Exotic right now, but if you see this dude come out of the shower, and then hop on a podcast, and he'll put his hat on, but before he puts his hat on, he just has that look, and he looks in the camera with a little mustache, and he's like, a fucking cat jumps in the background.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? April, you've had 100 different hair colors. You talking shit about Russ? What's up?
I have. I feel like my whole half adult. I don't know. High school from on. I feel like I've dyed my hair a billion different times.
Nice.
This is probably the OG.
OG.
Is that natural? We got some natural popping out. Nice.
Yeah, totally. Not totally natural, but pretty natural. I don't know, man. I feel like a couple of months ago, my dad made a comment about how our family has red hair or something like that. Not even a couple of months ago, maybe like a year ago, close to a year ago. And I was like, oh, I need to let my red hair come out.
You're like, oh, do I? I better let my real hair come back.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
really?
thinking that my mom and dad are gonna die at any second. You know what I mean? Even though they're totally fine and they're.
I know that's how I live these days. I totally get it.
Yeah.
That's part about getting older.
Because you're just like, oh,
no one fucking prepared you for this. At least me. I don't know. I feel like I'm finding shit out every day. I'm like, what?
No, nobody told us.
And I was convinced at 18 I knew everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. After figuring out that you guys were doing this podcast, I started looking back at pictures from grad school, and I was laying in bed, and this picture came up on my phone, and I gasped out loud. Yep. And I was like, oh my God, babies, man. Babies.
That's
babies.
Life is fucking weird.
It really hit me.
So weird. That's
really
an understatement.
So what kind of restaurants you got in your hometown?
Oh, what, Rob? What?
I'm trying to figure out what kind of restaurants April has, because I'm betting I can go get some fucking amazing biscuits in her town.
Dude, there has been nothing since forever. And a couple of months ago, this larger farm place, I don't know what you call it, farm institution, I don't know, opened up a little stand up at the end of my mom's road. And it's called Cruz Family.
Okay. So it's like a straight up institution. It's a family owned and operated.
Expensive milk and butter and meats and stuff in Knoxville and out beyond, you know what I mean? But Yeah, so it's kind of a big deal. But other than that, there's nothing, man. And there's been nothing.
You have a Dollar General?
That's what I said earlier. There is a fucking Dollar General. And that is the only thing.
Damn. That's brutal.
Yeah, I will say, like, all like the videos or memes or, funny videos that you see on Instagram or whatever, it's very true. It's not an exaggeration here.
Dang.
No.
We got a town close to us in Middle Tennessee called Bucksnort.
I've heard of Bucksnort, yeah.
I remember eating lunch there one day just so I could say I've been to Bucksnort, but I don't remember what we ate, and I'm not sure that we didn't go to a gas station and get food.
Yeah, well,
that was like your option was gas station or go to the next town to the McDonald's. What'd you say, Toby?
It was some unknown meat is what you ate there.
Probably.
Remember April's cat with 3 legs? You ate the 4th leg.
That's what you ate. I don't know how much how much meat is on a cat leg.
Well, I don't know. Tell me how much meat you ate on that bony leg that you ate.
That's true. Maybe that's it. When you go to like places that have like fucking wild game or like rattlesnake or you're gonna eat some of that shit, you get excited and you think it's gonna come out and you're gonna get like a fucking porterhouse steak of rattlesnake.
Yeah, nobody's excited.
You know how much you get? You get like this much rattlesnake.
Rattlesnake
nuggets.
How big do you think a rattlesnake is, Russ? What are we gonna do with him?
I mean, who knows?
It's like the first time I ate gator. You would think gator is like I think of gators as like
a
27-foot alligator,
but you get the nuggets.
You get these little
nuggets.
Yeah. Skippers. I went to Skippers with you, April. You remember that place in Tampa?
I started to bring up the swamp bat.
What is that? Please go ahead.
No, swamp bat. They had it.
What do you mean swamp bat? Wait, what? Okay,
yeah, that's a thing you can eat or could. I think it closed down.
April, what is swamp bat?
I think it did close down from what I heard. I still to this day do not really know what a swamp bat is, but I was full on like wanting to believe, in this really naive way that it's a swamp bat.
Yeah, it sounds like a mystery animal, like a cryptid. Like it's like we've got Bigfoot, we've got Loch Ness, swamp bat. What would you like?
I don't know. In my mind, they just have like hamsters in the back that they're just.
Yeah. That is what it was. Yeah.
It's like in New York when you see the butcher shops that are not actually, or maybe it's just the cages. I remember in Queens, very close to where you got off the train at PS1. I think the very next stop on the 7 train, you get off. There's a bunch of like food carts, but there's a butcher. But then outside, like where all the like street vendors are, they just have a bunch of cages of chickens. And throughout the day, the dude will come out and he'll just grab a chicken and he'll fucking throw it under his arm. And then about 2 minutes later, somebody's walking out with a nice plate of fried chicken.
Damn.
Fresh.
Farm to table is what they call that now and charge you a higher price. But I got a guy. Let me just tell you.
There used to be this restaurant right on the corner of the main like intersection or block of where I used to live. Awesome restaurant. And they were known for, everything fresh, right? And there was one day when I was walking by there and the meat truck had pulled up with the fresh cuts of meat, or whatever. And this guy is carrying in over his shoulder this whole half of goat or lamb, I guess, maybe.
Wow.
So it's this giant leg and the head's gone or whatever. So it's just a whole half a goat with a big leg, and then the front leg hanging over the side. And then he's walking in the door and the place is packed. And as he's walking in with this giant piece of meat, he hits this woman that's sitting at a table right next to the front door. Just this hoof, just this woman in the face. And she just screams, like bloody murder, when she realizes like what it is. And I just thought that was one of the coolest things.
And she was like tearing
as
into
she's
her
eating it.
lampshade.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, she was very distraught and upset. And I remember the person that she was with was just like trying to calm her down, and she's just like up and like running around, and then ran to the bathroom, and ran outside onto the sidewalk. And
oh wow, she like really reacted.
Good. You know, maybe she don't judge her trauma, Toby.
I know. Probably a dead goat killed her dad. You're right.
Exactly. You never know. You never know what's going on in people's lives.
I don't know. You're right.
So I think Tennessee is one of the states where if you hit an animal, you're allowed to take it.
Yeah.
Certain states that's illegal. Like, but someone was telling me once that there are mobile butchers.
What?
That like you hit a deer, you throw it in the back of your pickup truck. You can call them. They'll meet you at your house, and they'll fucking cut that shit up and make you deer fillets and all that shit. But here's the thing. I don't think the people who are actually hitting the animals are the ones that are calling. It's just people pulling up in their pickups afterward and seeing the thing.
Yeah.
What's the shelf life of deer that's been baking in the sun on the fucking concrete?
5-second rule. I don't know.
I have no idea. I mean, I don't know. I don't eat a lot of meat. I don't like seek it out. You know, I've never been a hunter or anything like that. But I know that there are people here. They don't have a business, right? It's just a buddy of a buddy.
Yeah, I know a guy. Give him a 6-pack and 6-pack and $20, and he'll take care of you.
Yep. Yeah, something goes down. You know, be in touch. You know, and figure it out. But
don't let it go to waste, right?
Say it again.
Just don't let it go to waste. I think that I'm all for the roadkill.
Yeah, or just the freeness of it. I think too is what it is. It's what drives people.
It's free. Yeah. It's not going to waste. Come on, it's a win-win.
Do you do a smell test? Like, I'll eat that.
Yeah.
It's funny because, my dad would always be like, if it doesn't burn when you put it in your mouth, it's okay.
That's a dad.
I have a friend who says that about his sex life, and I'm not sure.
I mean, it applies.
Days for that.
It's good advice because it applies in multiple situations. That's why dad is clearly a wise sage.
It is wild though, because there's a train, not a commuter train, right? Because those kind of don't exist anymore. But a train that runs through my backyard here. And in the past maybe 3 years, there's been maybe 5 or 6 deer, I guess, that have been hit just like right here in this section of property. You know? Yeah.
Maybe you need to hop on that meat train, April. Maybe you'll have
side hustle.
Well, by the time, the only reason I know that they're there is because they smell. You know, so I go and then look whatever. But by that time, people have come and have like removed their heads, you know, for mounting.
What? Can you not tell them to take the whole thing? You just need to get a series of signs, like one big one that says, "Dear train conductor, if you hit a animal on your road or on your trip, your journey in front of my property, please text me so I may remove it. Enjoy your day."
You gotta text me. That's right.
Yeah, like. It's fine. Just text me so I can go get it, and then I can have some meats. I can make stew. Like I feel like a stew is a good roadkill or train kill, I guess.
Roadkill stew?
Yeah.
Roadkill stew.
Mm-hmm. You know, you can throw all sorts of like deer, pheasants, mollusk. You can throw some mollusk in there. People like mollusk in their stew. I don't know.
Hey, no, I'm sorry. I get so excited talking about things like this, and I have no idea why, because it doesn't apply to anything else in my life, I feel like. But there was somebody had run over a mink right in front of my driveway last year.
Those are still out in the world?
Yeah,
that's what I said. And I guess this area used to be full of them, mink, like mink coats, like that. because there used to be a minkery.
Minkery. It's very similar to the nunnery.
the old downtown Strawberry Plains, which doesn't exist anymore, right? But the guy kind of wiped the mink population out, like back in the 40s, and I guess now they're trying to come back. I have it in a jar.
I was about to say, I know you still got that thing. I know you didn't get rid of it.
Wonderful.
No, it is beautiful and the cutest fucking thing you've ever seen in your life.
Man.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you name it? Did you name him?
No.
Why not?
No. Why would I? I don't know. I don't have like a thing with him.
I mean, he's got him on a jar. I'd be like, hey, Sebastian, how are you today? You know, shine him up. Yeah, Sebastian, I think is a good name for a mink. You know, he's in a jar. Sometimes you want to polish a jar, give him a little Windex. I would recommend Windex with vinegar to maybe give him a good sheen. But you could, you could just see him every day. Decorate him for the holidays. You know, he might like Halloween, Christmas, 4th of July, Thanksgiving. Give him the little pilgrim hat.
Mink all year round. That sounds good.
I know. And then you can start selling calendars. Oh my God, genius. Start selling calendars decorated, but keep him in the jar. It can't be like take him out of the jar and like make him like those little fucking babies with the weird flowers. Like it's got to be so fucked up. He's in the jar. You create these little dioramas.
But the hat is like on top of the jar or whatever. It doesn't like go.
Yeah.
No, you're not breaking into the jar to do anything. You're treating it the vessel. It's not necessarily. You're decorating a vessel at that point. Just Sebastian just happens to be in it.
Yeah.
I feel like this is like good merch for you guys.
Yeah. Definitely, this needs to be an Instagram page.
April, you know, now's the time because January is coming.
I know.
Maybe I'd say stay away. Maybe go President's Day for January.
For the release of
yeah. Or yeah, I think there's a lot of ideas. President's Day. Take it back to like the 80s President's Day, you know, when they used to dress things up, like the weird beard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because it's also tax time. And, you know, when you're driving around in January and you see the guys like dressed as fucking Abe Lincoln to tell you to file your taxes there.
In the sign.
Exactly. April, I think you're onto something that you have no interest in doing, but
I think you're on something.
Yeah.
That
I
I
sound like it
because of your interest in it.
I just think it's a good idea. I would buy one. I'd back that. I'd buy that on Etsy.
We'll try. It is really. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not. I ain't got nothing to say, April. I was just going to ask what's next for you. So you got this house. You're back in Strawberry Plains. You're going to make a calendar series.
Publishing writing.
Mm-hmm. You got all these things on the docket. What's in the immediate future? What do you got going on?
I have a couple of shows coming up. I might be taking on an additional job at Stoveworks.
Okay, like
in Chattanooga. In addition to teaching, I feel like I've been trying to settle this place down for about the past, year and a half, 2 years, and figuring that out. But I don't know. Keep as flexible as possible for whatever reason, and still be able to, care for whatever that means. My mom and dad.
Yeah. What do you do for fun in that area besides the obvious play with the dead animals in your backyard?
I don't know if they're. That sounds awful, right? I don't do anything.
Okay.
Besides, I like my cave here, right? I feel like I've made like a little bit of a cave for myself, which is great, but also like a little difficult at the same time, which is another reason why this is great. I don't know. What do you do for fun? That's a crazy question, Rob.
I go bowling once a week. That's what I do. Toby and I are on a bowling team, and Jim, and we bowl every Wednesday, and then literally afterwards we go and do a podcast. Like this Wednesday is my like fun day. I mean, I do other stuff that is definitely fun. I go to the movies a lot and stuff, but otherwise I'm at home.
Yeah.
And I want to be at home. Like I don't need to go out in the world. I've seen it. I've done it. I'm good right now.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
You know what? We're gonna let some weird shit happen in the world, and then we're gonna watch it from afar. I'm good. I got news coverage on my like everywhere. And I see the fucked up shit. I don't need to participate.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it is. I like that you guys go bowling.
Yeah, Toby's been doing it for like 100 years at this point because he's like 90.
Terrible.
Tonight was not a good night.
That's discouraging.
Yeah, we were bowling. I think a couple years. I joined the team a couple years before COVID and did that, and then COVID happened, and Jim had joined the team, and then COVID, like I was out of town. I was actually in LA when like the world shut down. Yeah. To the point where like it was, are we going to be able to get back home kind of situation? And then I came back home and my wife had to move out because she worked at Shelly. She worked at a senior living at the time. And so because I was traveling, she had to move out. And that first 2 weeks of COVID, because we didn't know if she was going to be able to come back home, and fucking Tiger King came out, and like we couldn't bowl for like a year, and then we were set to all.
It was a long time.
It was like a year and a half. We couldn't bowl, and they were finally opening back up the bowling and the leagues, and we had all decided to do it. And then like 2 days before we were gonna join that league, I got COVID.
Yeah, that's right.
And somehow someone wrote me down as a team captain. I don't know how. And so they were communicating with me, and I'm like on my deathbed. I'm like texting these other guys, like, can you guys take care of this? All three of them said, sure. Not one of them did it. I got fucking death threats from the guy. What? Not really death threats, but he was not happy with us. Let's just say.
Well, sorry.
So we had to switch bowling leagues and bowling alleys because
we're hiding. We're in hiding
from this 75-year-old man who we're scared of. I am scared of him, but
I don't want to make him mad.
Yeah, I would highly recommend a bowling league. Even if you just go as an individual person, it is fun.
I will say they just this person just opened a pickleball.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I don't know. I know nothing about pickleball.
I don't really, but
honestly, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry.
I've never played pickleball, but there's like a giant pickleball place, like a half a mile from my house. It used to be a giant grocery store, and then like I don't know, 2 weeks after they opened the damn grocery store, they closed it. It sat dormant for like 4 years, and then now it's like a pickleball place, and I'm just like, what the hell? And so
it's like
we talk shit. Yeah, it's like what?
Like baby tennis. It's like,
it's like baby tennis or bigger
badminton with a ball, or racquetball outside with a net. I don't really know. I've never played it. Yeah. So last week, my parents were out here for Thanksgiving, but two of their friends, so they moved to like a condo in Florida, and two of their friends that live in the same building, their son lives literally like a mile from me. I've never met the guy, just randomly, but my parents were out here, and then those other people were out here, and they like literally texted my family like, we're meeting at go play pickleball. Do you guys want to come? No.
That's what I would have always said.
No, do it. Do it.
When I first heard about pickleball, I was like, what? That's lame or whatever. but my friend Kirsten, who I love as an artist and just as a live human, said, "Oh, I've been playing, pickleball," and I was like, "What?"
See? Hell yeah.
Like I was like, "Okay."
I want to try it. I'm gonna try it. I'm not poo-pooing it before I try it.
I'm all for trying it. I think for me, it was the environment of these people and their family. Like it was like a Thanksgiving family thing, and we're trying to bring our family. No. Yeah, no, I shit all over things my whole life, and then I end up like actually trying it begrudgingly, and then it's like my favorite thing, like camping. Yeah. Who the fuck would think, if you've known me for more than a day, who the fuck would think I like camping? I love camping. Take me out in the middle of nowhere. Just drop me off with supplies. I'm not like extreme camping or anything. Like I'm having my fucking chicken nuggets with me or whatever. But man, I love camping, and that's not something I would ever say. So yeah, give it a try, April. Go pickleballing.
I say.
April's going to send us a photo or post it on Instagram in like a couple weeks. She's like, join the pickleball team. And then like 6 months later, pickleball champion of Eastern Tennessee.
With my other outfits.
Yeah, you make your own pickleball costumes.
Yep.
You can pickleball cosplay maybe and some horror characters.
I love pickleball cosplay, whatever the hell that is.
I think you're going to be the person. We're going to be like, do you remember when April was on here and then she came up with that pickleball cosplay idea, and then now that's her thing? Yeah. She's getting flown all over the world to participate in the pickleball tournaments in her Edward Scissorhand costume that she plays in. Like, come on. Man. April, I know it is late. It's Eastern time out in the sticks there. So it's like, what, 2 a.m.?
Very true. Yeah.
So thank you so much for coming on. But before you go, and don't hang up, because we like to post chat after. We like to say the secret stuff afterwards. But one thing that we do on this podcast that we've done since the beginning for no apparent reason is we do a secret word. So it's a phrase, a word, whatever you want. You get to make it up. We have basically put that burden upon the guest at this point that they get to make up the word. And so we say it. And then if people are like, oh, listen to the podcast, you'd be like, well, yeah, what's the secret word? So if you share this, anybody listens, you can quiz them. Yep. So you get to pick. It can be anything from the show or just anything random or whatever. But you're on the spot at this point.
Like right now?
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
Off the top of the dome, as they say.
One word.
No, it can be a phrase. It can be anything. I mean, it can't be like the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah. I mean, it could be.
It could be. But you've been so quiet. I feel bad or weird, or I don't know. Okay.
Not weird. We don't say weird. You already said that.
Sucks. Guys, this is the worst thing in the world for me.
I know. Well,
I mean, it could be you. I'm not telling you, but it
got
could
the
be pickleball cosplay. It could be.
Or you could combine words. You could take pickleball cosplay roadkill all together.
I'm all about pickleball.
Or swamp bat.
Because that's what I.
Oh, swamp bat.
Swamp bat.
I like it.
All right.
So I'm intrigued.
April, this was awesome. I'm so glad. Like, let's catch up more often. You can come back on the show anytime. Like that's the thing.
Like
we
offenders like Russ.
Yeah, we like it. You're part of the Been Trying to Meet You family. It's Christmas card season, so get to writing.
Yeah.
But you can come back anytime, hang out. You can just pop in. We like the pop ins. Russ pops in a lot.
I do.
And here's the fun part. Once you have the link to the show, you can come on any Wednesday. You just pop in without telling us. And we're like, oh shit, April's here. Yeah, that's a little fun fact. That's a little back door for anybody who's been on the show in the last few months. The link is the same. But yeah. So April, this has been awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, April.
I was really excited, and then I got like really wound up. I sent you guys an email yesterday, I think, because I was like, oh, I fucked up the dates. Oh, I totally did this wrong, Mountain Time, Eastern Time, and then it's like the day before.
I know the time change thing for people outside. I get it. It throws me off every time.
Like I'm really bad anyway. Period. Yeah. And So all day today, I was like, you know, and then I wore myself out like already.
Well, it was great.
Yeah. Thank you.
No, this is awesome. Thank you for being on. And yeah, we'll talk soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Until next week, if anybody wants to be a guest, go to bentryingtosignup.com and we'll see you then. And Jim, we hope you're alive, but if not, I got dibs on what I want dibs on. He's got a really cool Masters of the Universe collection.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll go through that. All right. See you guys.